So what is curiosity? During my research, I found that curiosity is somewhat of an elusive topic, and it's been defined many ways over the years. In 1899, philosopher and psychologist William James described curiosity as the impulse towards better cognition, essentially the desire to understand what is unknown. Before that, Ralph Waldo Emerson, curiosity is a process to lie in wait for every secret. Describing curiosity, Albert Einstein, the mind that stretches to a new idea never returns to its original size. My curiosity about curiosity began this past summer when my grandpa Bob gave me and my cousin a rare opportunity to take a trip to Africa. Of course, I said yes. I took plenty of amazing photos while I was there. Here are some of them. We visited various different places in Kenya that were remarkable. But the experience I wanted to focus on today was our trip to the Masai tribe. If you're not familiar, the Masai is a tribe in Africa. There are over 40 different tribes in Africa, including the Kishisi, Luhia, Somali, and of course, the Masai. Here's a picture of me with the Masai tribe. Spending time with the Masai tribe, I noticed everybody demonstrated a level of curiosity and happiness that was refreshing and contagious. The Masai is located across the entire continent of Africa, but the one we visited was in Kenya near Amboseli National Park. By my observation, including a little over 24 families, which, by the way, are excellent jumpers based on the tribal dance that they showed us. We took a tour of Nairobi. There were groups of school children everywhere we went. These children seemed to me to be absorbed in the native dances and reconstruction of original tribal lodging made out of sticks and animal dung. As we walked through, the attention shifted to us. It was not only children demonstrating curiosity and happiness. It was people my age and older were curious about everything. In the Masai base camp, the warriors who were our guides would ask about our lives, about the cities we lived in, and was just as interested in the circumstances of our personal lives as we were in the native animal life that they were showing us. When I returned to the States, I felt jolted with the contrast. Everybody here appeared gloomier and sadder than those in the Masai tribe. This sparked my curiosity even further. After contemplative thinking, I decided to delve deeper into the concept between curiosity and happiness, as well as the impact culture has on curiosity. Let's look at some research. Todd Kashdan from the George Mason University conducted a study that found people who exhibited higher levels of curiosity experienced higher levels of life satisfaction compared to the less curious peers. Curious people reported having a greater sense of meaning in life, which is a better predictor of stable and long-lasting happiness. Curiosity and happiness have a direct correlation. Makes sense to me based on what I found, spending time with the Masai tribe. But it still didn't quite make sense why. The Masai lived in huts made out of animal dung and sturdy sticks. They didn't call in a construction team. They utilized the natural resources around them to create a village that was not only comfortable but could be dismantled and moved with the herd if needed. The Masai don't order things off of Amazon or Temu. They utilize the natural resources around them to create bowls, utensils, jewelry, etc. When we were there, we saw them make colorful beads out of pulled mud from the creek side. We never saw any guns. When they would patrol the base camp to keep us safe from prowling lions and hippos coming up from behind our tent, they would carry around long spears made out of polished ashwood and the tip cast in steel. Our culture in the States is overwhelmingly convenient. We can look up anything at any time, purchase any service or item with a few clicks of a button. In the 300 BC, Greek philosopher Aristotle famously said, "Humans are curious by nature." I think we all know how true this is about the little ones around us. But our culture actually discourages curiosity. How many of us here have heard the saying, "Curiosity killed the cat"? Or had adults in our lives tell us to stop being so nosy? Has anybody here actually ever seen a cat be killed because it was demonstrating curiosity about something? According to thefuturelearn.com, 3-year-olds ask their parents on average about 100 questions a day. But with sayings like curiosity killed the cat and stop being so nosy, our culture discourages curiosity. The result of that, by the age of 10 to 11, we've pretty much stopped asking those questions. Even more concerning, only 2% of Americans over the age of 25 can think outside of the box. We've become conformers rather than explorers of the world around us. We lose more than happiness, according to the researchers at Alaska Fairbanks. Being curious helps improve long-term memory. Albert Einstein said, "The most important thing is to never stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing." His own curiosity led to the theory of relativity and taming of the atom. Where would we be today if his innate driving curiosity had stifled during childhood? I think I can speak for all. If we had a genie when we were young that granted us a life of increased happiness, we would all gratefully accept the gift. The good news is, this genie has actually provided us with curiosity in abundance at the moment we were born. So, how can we collectively be this genie for the children around us so that they can stay curious throughout their lives when we live in a culture working against us? One of the most significant ways is by answering questions, asking in-depth questions that make them think so much more. You can even spark curiosity in yourself by looking up things that spark your interest, reading books, and engaging in new hobbies, and so much more. Finally, travel. Exposures to new cultures and the way of living inevitably sparks curiosity. I know it did for me. I wouldn't be standing in front of you today had the curiosity I observed in the Masai tribe not sparked curiosity in myself. I want to thank everybody for coming out today, as well as the board who chose me, my grandpa Bob, and of course, the Masai tribe. Thank you for letting me satisfy your curiosity.